Australia, shut up. We're alive. And motherfuckers be like, what is it like? Narbody.
Narbody.
Yeah.
That's a Tony classic.
Yes.
I'm not
stole it from
I can't do I can't do that accent. I can't. But it's somebody did it.
Now I want to go to a Mitski concert in Australia. The crowd.
Somebody did it to like the High School Musical 2 like Bet on It song.
Oh yes.
Eat on it.
What is it?
Beat on it.
Beat on
Won't
it.
it be?
Beat on
Oh,
it.
yeah, I think Moss. I think you showed me that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I love it.
But yeah. Okay,
That makes me think of High School Musical 2, the like work it out, but with no music, so it's just like squeaking shoes and
I cannot express to you how much I completely love that video. Then that gives me the same vibes as the Nickelback, but it's bad. so look at this
shut up.
photograph.
Shut the fuck up!
We wrote this song 5 minutes ago. If you know the words, sing along.
How would they know the words? You wrote it 5 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, I still think about daily about the ending scene of High School Musical 2 where it's just in the background Vanessa Hudgens slowly drowning in the pool because she didn't know how to swim.
Really?
Yes, you watch her like go underwater at least 3 times in the final. It's just her struggling. She'd be like,
Oh, no.
I only remember the end of High School Musical 2, Miley Cyrus, because you got to like vote on who would make a surprise cameo.
Oh, I remember
in High School
that.
Musical 2, and it was
Also,
Miley
they had to
Cyrus.
use a stunt double in High School Musical 2 for all of her swimming scenes because she couldn't swim.
Wait,
Guys,
Miley
just
Cyrus
pay-
couldn't swim?
Lol.
No,
No,
Vanessa
no,
Hudgens.
Vanessa-
Oh, okay, got it.
Just pay for a swim instructor at that point, like.
Tight budget.
Also, with the incredible lag on Zoom, you guys don't need to have me pinned. I don't know why it's chugging so much today. I'm lagging real bad.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go check the stream, make sure that the stream's not fuzzy.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think the stream should be-
thunderstorms.
Probably,
around
yeah.
us,
Yeah, right now it is the beginning of September. Everybody, stay safe if there's a thunderstorm by you right now or at all in the future. Welcome to the table, by the way.
Welcome to the table.
Stay cool. It's been fucking hot
It's
this
been
whole week.
it's been 98
I'm wearing
degrees
a
every
skirt.
single day, and now we're under a severe thunderstorm watch. It just is swinging back and forth.
Drink water.
Drink
Stay
water.
inside.
Press square.
Don't drink water.
Sit around, play Baldur's Gate, order PC
Rest up.
parts, even if you don't have the money. I'm giving you financial advice.
No, you can't eat those PC parts
You
if you
can.
don't have the
You
money.
can.
can't.
You
They're
can
Ram-
do anything.
Yes, exactly.
You may not eat those PC parts. I am telling you,
Yum,
you're
yum.
not allowed.
RAM is the tastiest. They're like sugar wafers, but with metal inside.
Nope. Bad.
And also, eat Switch cartridges. They're, even though they're super bitter, it's for the brave only.
God gives
Apparently,
his
they have to
bitterest
put something in
batteries to his
C4 to make it
bravest
bitter, because if you
soldiers.
eat it, it gets you high.
If you eat, pause, wait, repeat
So I'm
that,
told.
please.
All right, guys, time to eat some pieces.
Time to redefine what an acid trip is. Thank you. God
Why
gives
would
his-
they call them computer chips? So true.
If you weren't supposed to
Ooh.
eat them,
If you weren't supposed to eat them.
exactly.
Actually, no, it's not a thing that makes you bitter, it's a thing that makes you sick that they put in C4. Again, supposedly. I don't know.
Define sick. Like die
don't
sick,
know.
or like could
Like
I make
vomit.
it through sick?
I don't know.
Okay.
You wouldn't make
Probably
it through 'cause
probably
it'd be
enough that
tummy
it wouldn't be
issues.
worth whatever the positive you would get from it is, I would imagine.
Let it be known that I have gotten through every tummy issue I've ever had up until this point.
Also, what if you're like pooping and then like a spark comes out of nowhere and you explode?
The capsaicin from hot
Bird
sauce.
like an electric battery.
It's like, why did I eat a
Yes.
battery alongside all of this?
Just eat a D battery and find out.
Exactly.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: most high explosives require like enough shock to go off that you can kind of just like set them on fire and use them as fuel, and you'll be relatively safe.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't trust like that.
And also,
look up.
oh, and also, by the way,
Research.
fighting against the network issues and everything, at the Forge of Lore and Hunger for Apples, thank you so much for joining us. Even just for a little bit. We'll be playing D&D soon after I stop thinking about eating C4. So stay tuned for that.
What flavor would everyone like their microchip to be?
Pie flavor.
Define microchip.
Dr.
You know, the
Pepper.
one that we all have because of our vaccines.
Of course, yes.
Microplastic flavor.
You know. What flavor, Tony?
Microplastic.
I want mine to be a fucking ASDF movie reference and be like microchip flavored and have a smaller microchip come out of the one that's already
Are you
inside of
fucking
me.
kidding me? I just made that joke, dude.
I did not hear you. I was looking at chat and I was.
I heard you.
Pie flavor.
I heard you say pie flavor.
I didn't hear microchip flavor. Government surveillance flavored, indeed.
Jimmy, no.
What is it, like a micro brew? Isn't that like a beer thing?
It is,
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Micro breweries.
I wanted to taste.
What is micro about them?
How small does the brewery have to be micro?
That is a great question.
Brewery for ants.
A small brewery making specialty beer in limited quantities.
Hmm.
On titties.
Ooh.
You're so
I
right.
want my microchip to taste like boobies.
Ew.
Hey, yo, wait, what do you, wait.
What do tits?
We're off the rails.
Yeah, okay.
In an amazing way.
Yeah.
I
what-
want mine to taste like sour cream and onion.
Okay,
Dr.
I'm
Pepper.
changing my
it's
answer.
chip, sorry, I was still, the streams were still crossed in my head, and I was thinking about boobs tasting like sour cream.
That wouldn't be bad.
Hmm.
And I was like, no thanks.
I must ponder that. Well, I mean, everybody here knows about the meme that Celia and I had so it's like pee is stored in the balls, and then somehow that got grinded up and then reformed so many times that it became boobs are where girls store peanut butter. I'm not sure how we got there.
What if you're like sucking on someone's titties and you're just like, need some flavor, and you just pull out some Tabasco and sprinkle it on, and then go back to work.
Some Worcester.
Like, how would they react?
I mean,
Poorly.
I mean, imagine that. I mean, I could also just imagine, like, boobs filled with peanut butter. Imagine squeezing a boob and it retains
just
the shape.
stays.
It stays the way
It's
that
like-
you squeeze.
It's like mood sand.
Can I say something really cursed?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like those dog toys that have treats in them.
Yo, you got titties like
They
Kongs,
call the
dude.
Kongs, yeah. You got titties like
Kill
Kongs.
Darps. Darps is dead.
Yeah.
Kong titties.
Kong titties.
They're also like segmented in this.
Oh.
It's only tangentially related, but I saw Dunkaroos the other day. I was in a Starbucks and they were selling Dunkaroos.
What an
Yeah.
obscure snack.
They
I
made
know,
their way
right? I
back
didn't
into
think they like
elementary school
existed
lunches.
anymore.
Like the original, or were they rebranding it as like Starbucks Dunkaroos?
I have no idea. I
Search
saw the word
Dunkarinos.
Dunkaroo when I was like,
Dunkaroo.
Dunkachino. Everybody wants my Dunkachino.
What the fuck is that?
Only
Only the
difference
best
between-
advertisement of all time.
Within a
Dunkachino?
movie.
The only
For
difference
so
between-
long, I thought it was real. I never saw Jack and Jill. I thought it was a real, promotion.
From the Adam Sandler classic Jack and Jill, and there's an advertisement for Dunkin' Donuts within the movie for Al Pacino, and Al Pacino advertised their new Dunkachino.
Al Pacino's Dunkarinos.
I was picturing like cappuccino flavored Dunkaroos. That's
Oh, okay.
very different.
That sounds good.
It does sound good.
Pop, pop, pop on peanut butter balls. Pop, pop, pop them in your mouth. Pop, pop. Okay. With all of that.
Did you see the video I sent you about the quarry?
About the quarry. If she fucking thought for 2 seconds, how do I disable the van so we can stay here one more night? I don't know, but
I don't know.
Yeah, the quarry is interesting. Yes.
For those who don't know, the quarry is a horror game where kids get stranded because one guy's like, "Oh, I wish summer could last for one more night so I can try to get this girl." Hey, best friend, if I were to hypothetically destroy the van, how would I do that? And she's like, "Well, you pull this plug and then you rip this cord." And he's like, "Thanks."
It is,
and then they get stranded amongst werewolves.
and then half his friends die, so I bet he's gonna feel
Yeah.
that guilt.
Fucking asshole.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
well, in our playthrough, he died, so
Yeah, which we felt bad about.
in a bullshit way because he was my boy, but whatever.
Yeah. You let your boy die. You let him down.
Because I pulled the 3 lever instead of the 2 lever. And
No,
let
it
the
was on me. It
werewolf
was
out.
on me. I was the one doing
No, that was me. Or was it you?
No, I was controlling Justice Smith.
Oh, well, let's be honest. We were helping each other. It was both of our faults. I mean, honestly, it was
Yeah.
the game's fault for being
Because you said, let me do a Google, and I was like, no, I got it.
one more
And then-
shot.
And they didn't give us one.
Yeah, exactly. They only gave us 2 tries. You know, the old saying, 2 tries and you're out. So
Yeah.
But-
The old saying,
That
2
old
strikes.
saying. That old gem.
Mhm.
You know,
Get
take me out to the
outta
ball
here.
game when they're like, for it's 1, 2 strikes, you're out.
2
You're out.
strikes, you're out.
You're out.
Well, Nico told me that apparently baseball got patched recently, like the game of baseball. You were there, Kate, when I asked him
I'm
that.
sure I was, but I don't remember that.
Yeah,
How so?
Well, what he said was like apparently, and of course I'm gonna get this wickedly wrong, but the one thing that really sticks out in my mind is apparently now pitchers have timers on how long they can
Oh,
stand
yeah.
there before they throw.
Yeah.
And apparently that has now shortened down like the average baseball game from like 3 hours to like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Merca.
Merca, indeed. Where he's just standing there, not throwing the ball. Okay, but speaking about getting the ball rolling, any other unhinged shits regarding boobs,
Gate.
peanut butter, or video games
Ball.
that we need to
Moss, repeat that.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate?
Let me juggle those
3.
balls in my mouth.
only. I love how the joke is that it has ball in the sentence. It's not even balls.
Ball.
Balls. Like, I mean, let's be honest. When someone asks me what my favorite shape is,
She ball on my dirt till I
like
gate.
gate.
3.
3.
Oh god.
I almost called it the squeakquel, but I was like, that's
The squeakquel?
Squeakquel.
The trequel.
The threequel.
No, because it's based off of sequel, which is number 2.
Also known as Alvin and the Chipmunks 2, the squeakquel.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
What's over
Not to be confused with Alvin and the Chipmunks 3, The Road Trip.
The road
The
ship.
one where they do a shitty version of Zack and Cody Life Below Deck, and they're on a boat.
We need to get
oh.
okay.
I couldn't tell you. I think it's the one where they get stranded.
Yes.
Have you guys seen all of the Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I've seen at
No.
least the first 2.
It
I
wasn't.
guess
a
all the first one in
choice.
theaters.
I've seen the first one, and I absolutely fear the phrase where it's like Christmas, because I can hear the entire song after that one word.
Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
Shipwrecked. Shipwrecked.
Chipwreck.
Thank you,
Oh
Darby.
shit.
Yes. Okay.
Why does that make me? That sounds like they're gonna become like pirates. Like it's like Alvin
They're
and the
on a
Chipmunks.
cruise and they get shipwrecked.
They
It's called
blow up
ship.
the cruise ship.
Almost certainly.
Alvin!
He's in the boiler room as it's blowing up, and as the fire engulfs him, he just screams, "Alvin! What do you want to do, guys? Our human is dead." Just-
Father is dead. It's all my fault.
I feel like it'd be like Alvin and the Chipmunks, like Chiracy on the 7 cheese or something like that.
Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipussy.
Like they're doing a pirate movie that's not like old timey ahoy. It's like modern day pirates with like
They have, like,
speedboats and
Look
AKs.
at me. I'm captain now.
I was about to say they're with the
Instead of captain, it's just Alvin.
I'm the captain now.
Instead of Thomas,
Yeah, that was pretty good.
it's just Alvin.
Do you want to know how the worlds are colliding? I was about to say, oh yeah, those sommelier pirates.
Sommelier pirate.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain
am
now,
thinking
no.
over your ship, Captain Phillips.
I'm so bored.
Fuck, I'm lit.
Look at me.
Your money or your life?
Look at me.
Look at me. I didn't choose this life.
Take life to me.
No. Look at me.
Look at me.
That was really good.
Okay.
That was really good.
With that, do we want to finish off the ship combat and then see where in the world you will be taken?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then with that, a deep and cleansing breath, and we can hop right in. That sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, then everybody, please join me. and we can hop right in. And everything after the breath is canon. Oh God, I'm
I
throwing
got
up.
an ad.
On the
Okay.
exhale, I drooled a little bit.
We are a mess tonight, and thank you anybody for watching us. Also, it's gonna be impossible to go out of like Alvin and the Chipmunks mode. I'm gonna make some kind of flub and say that. I just know myself.
Oh, shit, the war! Oh, shit,
But okay, with all that, quick summary: Le Jolie on the Charge, the pirate ship of Captain Jammin, the wonderfully attractive bat in bed centaur, doing their best to clear it of threats, which they believed to just be a collection of ne'er-do-well shrimp, which they have now learned are being controlled by resurrected, zombified, coral-infested pirates, or maybe not pirates, but just like the crew of a sunken ship in the middle of a coral reef. And where this ship may be after they step through the portal that was uncovered in the bottom of Jammin's ship, they have no idea. And so with that, I'm going to turn everything over to you after I ask for a quick initiative roll from everybody.
Let's go. Initiative 2.
2 initiative.
Whale.
A 12.
Initiative.
21.
A 21.
21.
Oh.
Ooh, dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
9.
You got a 9? Okay. I'm gonna make
I trusted you.
I'm gonna make 2 rolls for Captain Carl and his crew, and we're gonna see if one of those can beat a 21. Okay, and then if that happens, then if they beat you, then they will go first. If you guys win, then you will go first, and we're just gonna see who goes first in the initiative order. That sound okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then just give me 1 second to get all my dice organized. We just pissed around for 15 minutes. I did not organize my dice at all because that is the way D&D goes.
Exactly.
Fucking idiot.
You don't need dice to play
I'm a
D&D.
doofus. I'm a dummy.
You're really fucked up there, Joe.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Alvin's watching us. I thought you had a life expectancy of like 4 years. I'm so excited.
I
Oh,
know.
how
I
long did
lived a
chipmunks
bit.
live?
I sold my soul. I'm gonna live forever.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Okay, with a 19 on the die to a 21, the pirates are going to be going first. So,
Ooh, what
whatever-
is their collective dexterity?
Yeah, so we got Cherie, Cass, and this
They
is
don't
not
have bones.
not in order right now, just kind of getting this down. So, Blurso, what'd you get for initiative?
I got a 12.
12, and then Sherry and Cass, what'd you guys get?
Dirty 20.
21.
20, 21, okay, and then Hawthorne, what'd you get? You got a 9?
Got a 9.
You got a 9, okay.
9.
No, wrong show.
Cut it.
Cut it.
That's spelled
Damn,
right, yeah,
why?
sure. Cherie and Cass. Okay, now, I'm gonna get through this wicked quick. We have a lot of interesting things happening here. So, Captain Carl has exited and has gone towards Cass's last known position. However, Cass rapidly left and entered into a little underwater cave with some very musty, just stale sitting air, alongside 2 musty, stale individuals named Jimmy and Tinny.
I'd forgotten about
and
Jimmy.
Timmy.
Jimmy Timmy Power
The
Hour.
twin, the only 2 survivors of the crew that was kidnapped from Jammin's ship. And now what we're gonna do is just roll and see what Captain Carl's gonna do. We're gonna say this: if it's a 10 or lower, he's gonna go after Sherry and Hawthorne, just seeing 2 foreign people like enter into his little domain. And on an 11 or higher, he's gonna go after Cass. Let's see what happens. With a 7, he approaches you. And
Oh, so you're approaching me.
quick strategy check for him. Okay. Boop. He approaches the ballista. Sherry and Hathor, you guys are able to enter into the portal, and as soon as you do, you see this massive, thick, stocky, overgrown coral captain look directly towards you guys, look back towards like the bubbles trailing after Cass, but then lurch forward and go for a ballista loaded up against, basically just like, loaded and leaned up against a nearby underwater rock. Captain Carl is going to go over, grab the ballista, huck it up under his arm and aim it at you guys. And I'm also going to just move these guys around right now as Boss and First. Are they able to squeeze through and go after Cass?
Oh boy.
12. They are able to squeeze through the very thin bodies, Cass, as you watch emerging out from the water, kind of penetrating into the underwater bubble of air. As they emerge, and they are gonna come for you, Cass.
Now!
Excellent.
This is all made so much creepier by the music too. Like,
Yeah, it's underwater zombies.
ugh.
Captain
Like, I
Carl.
love fight music, but I'm just scared.
Kate, quick question: yes or no?
What did Brennan say? Panic! Panic!
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Moss, you're a no.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Captain Carl is gonna shoot at Shuri.
Okay,
That's
good.
what we
That's
would've
good.
wanted.
That's what we want.
Oh,
That's what we
wait.
want. You have no hit points. You have
No,
no hit
no,
points.
No, I can do a thing. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
He has to make a. Okay, I can get rid of the shrimp. I can put Blur in the fight. Hold on 1 second. My pants are firmly around my ankles, and I need to make sure that everything is in line to make this go as smoothly as possible. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wisdom save, you say, correct?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem at all. Captain Carl.
go.
Okay, it's gonna be a. What do I gotta make?
Gotta beat a 14.
14. Okay, he has a +3 to this. It's gotta be a 10 or lower.
Okay.
That is a 5 on the die. Okay, what happens?
Excellent. He is charmed until the end of his next turn. He must use all of his movement to get as close to me as possible, and he cannot attack anyone.
He cannot attack anybody. Okay. Now I'm just going to quickly look up, because I'm going to be a stickler about this. I'm going to look up exactly what the ruling is for this monster in particular. I don't remember it being immune
If
to
he's
charm.
immune to charm, then it doesn't work.
You lucky son of a bitch is not immune to charm, as this captain turns towards you, and Sherry, you see like this. It's like your hand crossbow times 20 looks over to you, and you see his hand about to like squeeze onto the firing mechanism, and then you see his head cracks, and you see like sea urchins and bits of coral and like worms like float out of his like folded neck as he looks over towards Hathor and cranes his neck over, like cocks his head basically, looking at Hathor. And Hathor, as you reach out, as you sense him trying to attack your friend, here you can just feel this in your heart of hearts. The thing that you present most, as like, referencing the previous village that we were all in, where it's like, do people see me as a Nephilim? Do they see me as a tiefling? Do they see me as a human? What do people see me as? And you recognize that, at least with this pirate in this moment, all he sees is a fellow pirate. And he looks to you, and still carrying the ballista, gets as close to you as possible, as Captain Carl does not, and just you're able to see again 6 feet tall, but is at least like 400-500 pounds of coral overgrowth on his body. This was a stocky figure when he was alive, and his body has just grown with all of this like sea mass on top of it. Again, oh, it's thundering out where I am. Massive blunted cutlass, more of a great club than a sword, as just like the sun rays are blotted out as he just stands there and just floats there and just towers above you.
Yeah, Hathor's, it's almost like a pink light came out of her, like glowed in her throat as this stream of bubbles like steamed out of her mouth, and like, yeah.
As you see Captain Carl, as those bubbles come out, he just kind of and just rubs his face and goes, tip top shape, and just mutters that same phrase back to you. That is Captain Carl's turn. You're muted.
Oh, clutch.
I think I still have turn undead on, so.
And that, we're gonna say that overwrites turn on. We're gonna say that overwrites
Okay,
because
sure.
because that would be it'd be wild for it's like get as close as possible to you and then run immediately away.
Yeah,
It's like you know what I mean?
Oops.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry.
No problem at all. Okay, and then so then we're gonna go to the Sea Fallen, who so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, and then with the added height advantage, would not be within Hawthor's turn undead, so we're all good there. Because again, they're like 10 feet above where they are on the, where they are indicated on the map, which means that let's just see about this. Seeing their captain become infected with that, just being very quickly about this. They are going. One of them is going to attack you, Sherry. One of them is going to attack Hawthor.
Okay.
Let me, because I actually have your handy dandy AC.
I don't, this is an official reaction, but can I dive in front of Hathor to take her attack and mine?
Give me a deck save.
Dex
Fuck
save?
there. I
Dex
can
save,
survive
yeah.
Natural
one.
20!
Yeah, sure. You want to get shot twice? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say no.
Christ.
Let me just
I
get
can survive a hit.
ACs listed down.
We worry about your hit points.
You're a healer!
You're a
I
healer.
have 1 spell slot, 2 spell slots left.
and then this would then be okay. So 2 attacks coming at you, Shuri. We then have that would be a +2. The first one's gonna be a it's right above. I don't know if you guys can hear the lightning cracks. It's right above me.
It's right behind me,
It's
isn't
right,
it?
it's right behind me. First one's gonna be a 19 that hits your armor class.
Yes.
And we can describe your awesome. And the second one's gonna be a 17.
That also hits.
Okay, so 2 attacks. So that is going to be, so it's only +4. They only have a +2 to their dexterity, which is the attack modifier for the ballistas. It's gonna be 4d12 though. Okay.
Total?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
each.
Total. Both
Or
attacks.
each.
So 4d12 +4.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine.
I don't even have.
It's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
As Sherry, you're able to watch as underwater, muffled, you're again webbed hands, webbed feet, slitted eyes, incredible hearing. You just see the slightest bubbles trail up as they begin moving these ballistas over to focus in on Hawthor, and you again pressing off of the sand in a plume behind you. You swim and extend your body to block Hawthor, right next to Captain Carl. So I'm gonna say that you move right to here. Make sense?
Yep.
Perfect.
Get some Drew rolls in here, please.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Fucking lucky son of a bitch. I still gotta roll one more. I gotta roll one more.
Did you roll all ones?
No, I did not.
Oh.
As 2 ballistas, again, giant bolts. Again, they're not even like proper bolts. They're just more like sharpened stakes of wood with fins on the back. And as they fly towards you, about, I'd say 3 inches in like maybe 1.5 inches in diameter, and about maybe like 2.5, maybe 3 feet long. They slam one directly into your shoulder. You're able to get one of your arms up to protect your head, and it pierces straight through your forearm. But surprise, with how drugged out you are on those potions, you only take 15 points of piercing damage.
Damn, for real? For real?
For re-
Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, because I had a...
Oh.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, no, I didn't have the fucking... No, it was for the... Never mind. No, yeah, the one I took was just... was just increase my speed. Never mind. It's
Okay.
still 15?
Yes, 15 points of piercing damage.
Oh, wow, okay.
That was a 1, a 3, a 7, and a 4. Yeah, yes, and also, by the way, I'm currently in the middle of the apocalypse, just so you guys know.
The 7 plagues.
As blood begins trailing up, Captain Carl looking at you, Hawthor, and turns his eyes to go and look at Cherie. Cass, it is... Oh, I still gotta make 2 more attacks for the fucking dudes coming out of the water. I'm so sorry, give me 1 second.
That dog.
I mean, you don't have to.
You don't have to. No one's telling you you have
2 attacks, they're going to...
You don't have to do anything. Can the broom act as cover for For Cass.
Abso-fucking-lutely not. Are you kidding me? I will kill Cass myself if he breaks that broom. It will be PvP, motherfucker.
It's magic.
Cass, you were saying, like, I think last session, like, come on, come with us. We're going to get you out of here, right?
Yeah.
No, the twins.
No, the twins. No. Please attack me before the twins.
As you say, as they go, oi, we'll follow you. Immediately you feel a piercing pain in your shoulder as one of these undead zombies kind of clatters up against his crewmate, as basically clatters up against him, breaks off his hand so that it's nothing more than a sharpened piece of forearm and coral, and you feel as it slams into your shoulder as you are going to take 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh, ouchie.
Ow, ow.
Ring the bell. As they stab into you and you begin bleeding into the water as this small underground pool begins reeking of iron. Cass, it is now your turn.
What I say to Jimmy and Timmy, fear not, this is just part of it. It'll be fine.
Getting stabbed is the plan, oi.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
I am going to draw my rapier and swing around on the one that attacked me. And I have, what was it I cast? I cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
So I've got extra shit.
Hell yeah.
And do we still have Bless?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
We are #blessed.
We are #blessed.
13 points of damage, by the way.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, I'm going to make attacks happen. That is a freaking 27 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Without a
Okay,
doubt.
so it is my usual damage, plus 1d6 psychic damage,
Okay.
with the Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
And the creature has to make a wisdom saving throw or else be frightened of me until the spell ends.
Okay.
And if they fail, they can use an action to try and save against it.
Okay. Nat 1.
Let's go. They are frightened of me.
They're so scared.
And they take... Have to do math about it. They take...
Math.
Please, Louise. 13 points of damage, 4 of which is psychic, so 9 of which is piercing.
We're gonna say you do the damage to first. They have none of them are damaged. I know we didn't really assign who was doing the attack there. We'll just say it's first, okay?
Okay.
Got it.
sure.
I got it.
Who's on first?
Who's on second?
Which would be
and
then
with my
that. Okay.
and then with my bonus action, I will make an offhand attack with my dagger.
Pop the fuck off. Hell yeah.
Kill.
Ugh, yucky. How do we feel about a 7?
A 7? Well, here's the thing. I love it. But sadly it does not hit.
Alrighty.
Why
then-
not? They don't got no sinew.
I'm gonna. Yes. Well, as you come in with your rapier, and you're able to just kind of jam it right through and take out like a very important vertebrae, like affecting its whatever structure inside of it, as like creatures begin crawling out from within this thing's fucking body. With your dagger coming in, you're able to jam it where a jugular should be. But then you realize that like although you can hit this thing, it's a because you missed, but you were able to hit it, just not do damage because it's like oh, my dagger wasn't able to cut anything vital that can stop this thing from moving. Make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Then with that, any movement, any word of command for Jimmy and Timmy?
I say to both of them, avoid getting dead.
I think we can do that. No.
And I'm going to stay here so that I don't take opportunity attacks from them.
Very good idea. As we then move down to Cherie. Cherie, I'm just gonna say for posterity's sake, you're able to pull these like giant wooden spikes out of your body, and you're right next to Captain Carl, who cranes his neck and looks at you.
Cool. First, Drew, can I ask you, could you change the music to something more upbeat? I'm kind of getting sleepy.
No problem at all. I'm so yes. This is
It's
very
very
much
soothing.
This is very much like yes. This is not as intense as it should be. But first, we need to get a Mortal Kombat ad.
I got some stand-up comedian. My pronouns are USA.
SA. Is this better?
Much better. Thank
Then
you
we
so
are
much.
underwater and we are fighting these sea demons.
I will take a swing at Captain Carl.
Okay, go ahead and take a swing.
Drew, let me ask you a dumb question.
What?
Can my Crimson Right work underwater?
A unique
Because it is fire.
A
Because it's activated by my blood.
Magic.
A unique
magic.
aspect of that I've actually been wanting to mention is that your fire does not burn like ablaze logs. Rather, it burns like white phosphorus, where even if it is fully submerged, the only thing that can douse these flames is your command. And so as you like as your sword is set ablaze, essentially, you're able to watch as you don't see any flame. What's up?
Well, I was just asking because if I do it, I take damage.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely do it.
Well, yeah, fuck it, we ball.
We ball.
We ball, yeah. Sorry, so I will, bonus action, I will do that. Finish your description.
And as you set your sword on fire, Hathor, you are able to see this pure as day, and you're like, that is fascinating, as Cherie kind of slides her sword across her hand, and instead of it being like the classic reddish fire that it has been before, you just see an explosion of bubbles come out of it, as you realize as they start trailing up towards the surface, as you realize that her sword is burning so hot it's on fire underwater and is boiling the water around it.
Hot.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And I will, so with my flaming sword, I will take a swipe against Captain Carl.
And as a DM recommendation, if you move
and I'm blessed.
If you move 1 square up and 2 squares over, you get advantage on the attack because you'd be flanking Captain Carl.
Oh, then I will I won't take opportunity attacks from doing that?
You would not. You'd be within the threatened area.
Beep. Boop. Right here?
Yep, that works for me, yeah.
Sweet. I will take an attack with Bless.
Okay, go take an attack.
That's good. 27 to hit.
100% hits. You roll damage.
Will-
27.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 with Bless, and I add 7 to attacks with
That
my
is
greatsword.
nuts.
Let me double check. Yes, I add a d4 for damage. I reroll these. That is 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Cherie, you are bleeding in the water, and your sword is ablaze and completely submerged. And again, webbed hands, webbed feet, you effortlessly swim out behind Captain Carl, whose head turns inhumanly 180 degrees around to keep eye contact with you. And as you raise your flaming sword up, what's up?
I didn't realize I was flanking. Can I roll to see if I crit?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I didn't, but I rolled the same number.
It was still incredible, and as you raise your sword high and you're able to see that, again, we remember Cass with those excellent ballista shots from before, 2 bolts sticking out of Captain Carl. Kate, how do you take out Captain Carl?
I think kind of like a pinball machine. She swings her sword, hitting both of the bolts in an upward arc, and will. Where are they sticking out of his neck? You said?
Yeah, like out of his neck and like through the center of his chest, basically.
Yeah. So she'll go upward arc, hit the bolt sticking out of his chest, hit the bolt sticking out of his neck, and then we'll finish and cleave his head from his body.
So you swing. So basically, let's just be very honest here. You swing up through where his groin would be. You hit the first bolt, bounce your sword at an angle that it really shouldn't go. Your sword explodes out from his neck, and then in one slice, so it's and then you watch as normally very satisfyingly heads roll onto the ground. You watch as you split his body completely in half down the middle. As you separate his head from his body, the parts just and begin floating motionlessly as you guys are then also able to watch Cass as you have again the stuck arm removed from you, rapier deep inside. You're able to hear Jimmy and Timmy scream, "We'll fight for you, fancy lad! Get out of here!" And they start yelling at these undead sailors, and you watch as they and they all begin to fall apart into mushes of coral and bone and sinew. Hawthor, you look up and you see Cherie taking those ballistas. As these two soldiers begin planting more bolts inside of them, they fade away as well. As Captain Carl, the cursed captain, was keeping these soldiers alive through whatever magical entity there was, and Cherie and Hawthor and Cass's incredibly quick thinking was able to remove all the threats at once. Excellent job, guys.
Yeah.
But no,
I turn to Jimmy and Timmy and I say, "That was me. I did that."
Give me a quick persuasion roll. You're bleeding heavily out of a fucking...
He's magic.
Persuasion. 10.
I'm gonna give them a persuasion roll. They gotta beat a 10. They have a +1 to this roll. They got a 2 and a 4 as they have to, and they go, "We want to believe we helped a little bit though." And however, we're not out of the woods yet, as I'm going to need a constitution roll from Hawthor and Cherie. We're gonna break from traditional initiative until you guys get back through the portal, okay?
Isn't Blur with us too?
We're gonna get to him in 1 second.
Oh, okay. You said Constitution check,
Yes.
so we can't add bless to this?
No.
Okay. Oh no. Oh buddy.
Oh, bestie.
Oh bestie. We drowning together, bestie? I got a 13.
13, okay. That passes at least, so I'm gonna roll a d4. Hawthor, what'd you get?
With my modifier, it's a 2, because I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
Hawthor,
Heather, no!
your eyes go wide as you look towards Captain Carl be cleaved apart by a flaming sword underwater, with Cherie fingers and feet having just mutated in every possible way, and she just, and again you watch her. And with the ability of someone where it's like, okay, this is someone that's built for situations like this. Cherie, you have basically 2 rounds, about 12 seconds, where you do not need to make any con checks. But Hawthor, as you look, you realize you go, and you realize that those bubbles that came out of your mouth, the kind of like heated water that attracted Captain Carl's attention, that was all the air in your lungs, and you didn't even realize it. You need to get back through the portal right now.
Or nor, Hathor.
Is it my turn?
Yes, and then we're gonna get to Blur Sword right after this, okay?
Okay. I'm going to swim over to Cherie,
Okay.
put my hands on her mutated shoulders, and kiss her on the forehead, and cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Okay. And how much healing would that be?
2d8 plus 4. Hang on. Sorry. Rasgod! Ooh! Fuck, yeah!
Asgard. Where Vikings go, where they go when they die.
13 points of healing to you.
Ooh, thank you.
And then...
Swim away.
Wait. Oh, I don't...
Where are you going, baby girl? Where are you going?
I went to take care of you! And then... Can I look around to see if my broom is anywhere?
Your broom is with Cass right now.
So
I
I
have
don't...
it.
I don't know where it is.
You wouldn't see it, but I'm gonna say just with your like clerical beauty, god worshipping abilities, you get the sense that it's okay. It's an extension of yourself, and you would imagine that it's fine.
My mom gave me that as a present when I left.
Okay. Give me a quick investigation check.
Okay. I really need it.
Baby, you're drowning. We'll go get it.
I
4, 7,
8.
and 8. You see, like, you would be able to recognize this. This is gonna sound so fucking weird. You're able to see knee marks in the sand near a rock that were too small to be Captain Carl's, and you'd be like, those look like Cass's
I would
knee.
recognize those scrawny knees anyway.
And it looks like knee, but past that, it's like you don't see any like disruptions of sand that would indicate where Cass has gone.
Okay. I know it sounds stupid, but this broom is literally the only possession in her
stupid.
entire life that, like, she's gonna try to swing towards where the broom is.
Fuck
Okay.
around, do something stupid.
She doesn't have many possessions, but the ones she does are incredibly important to her.
Okay, we're gonna, Blurso, I'm gonna get to you in a little bit. Cass, do you, just everything's happening simultaneously. Cass, do you make any motion to kind of bring Jimmy and Timmy back to the portal?
Yeah, I mean, once I see the people disintegrate, I'm just like, okay, I will protect you. Can I see out of this little pocket? Do I know that, like, Captain Carl and the rest of them are dead?
You wouldn't know that because the way the little cave works is it was like you had to swim down under rocks and then up into the pocket. That kind of makes sense?
Yes. So I say, okay, stay behind me. I will protect you.
Okay. Oi.
Follow right behind.
Okay. Well,
And everything will be okay. Just stick with me.
Jimmy and Timmy, they hold hands, and then Jimmy like turns you around, like grabs onto the back of your armor, and goes, "We'll be on you like scurvy on a dog."
Gross. Come on, boys. I dive down.
Hawthor, you're at Cass's knee marks. Cass, you emerge out, still on the broom, I would presume.
Yes.
With Jimmy and Timmy latched right behind Cass like a train. As Sherry and Hawthor, you see your broom. Sherry, you see Cass, and all of you are able to see 2 alive crewmates trailing behind Cass.
I see you, and I can't say anything, but I just kind of go.
I want to do like a death grip on the broom before I black out.
Okay, perfect. Just give me. That's an insane thing. Hawthor, you swim towards Cass, you grip onto the broom, and you realize that this broom underwater, because there's not like that much weight. There's weight being pulled, but not weight on top of it. Jimmy, Timmy, Hawthor are all being able to be dragged behind the broom, essentially. Cherie, do you go back towards the portal? What do you do?
What do I see Hathor black out? Does that happen?
Hawthor, what I wanted to say to you before, every time that you've said something an action that's been other than I go back to the portal, I've been rolling a d6 for damage, you take 13 points of what essentially is force damage, as you can feel like your lungs beginning to strain against your chest for air, and you simply will not let them open.
Then I will swim towards Hathor and try to grab her and swim us both towards the portal.
Excellent. So Hawthor death grips onto the broom with like a familial strength. Sherry, you swim towards Hawthor. Give me a quick athletics check.
That's a 21.
With 21, Hawthor gripping onto the broom. Sherry, you're able to swim over. You grab onto basically in a way like a Fulton air extraction. You grab onto Hawthor's waist, and you are able to hold on tight enough that Cass, zooming back towards the portal, you all go, and you are all pulled in a straight line, and and you all go through the veil of the portal and then appear back in the lowest level of the charge, having saved these 2 crewmates. Excellent job, everybody. Wonderful. Now I'm gonna switch up the music real quick. We're going back to lullabies. I'm just kidding. No, we're not.
Sherry's the fucking pack mule of this group. Jesus.
She's so big.
Just like a wet fish on the ground.
Okay, as you all as you all slam into the rock slabs and the wet water of the the wet bit, like sunken bilge. You guys are able to, the one final loose ends, you are able to see, one second, the music is a little bit too loud for me. You are able to see the final shrimp that was left behind as you guys entered in the portal go cock its head, recognize you guys, and immediately and scurry off out of the hole in the ship and then leave. As you would then realize, okay, these things were being controlled by something relating to Captain Carl or the Sea Fallen, and you're not sure what it must have been, but that shrimp is not going to be a problem for you. Yes, Sherry.
I'll shoot it as it goes.
Yeah, sure, not a problem at all. Give me an attack roll.
With my crossbow.
Jesus Christ!
Are we still blessed?
You are still blessed, yes. This is going to be the last thing of that entire bless.
Oh wait,
There
no, I
is
have to make a concentration check. Sorry.
Oh shit, that's right.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't use the one that rolled in that one. maybe.
Maybe.
then
We're good. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Perfect. And then, Tony, I'm getting to you right after this, okay?
I roll with my crossbow. I rolled a 14 to hit.
I think a 14 hits. 14 hits exactly, yeah. Roll damage.
Bing bong. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. As this shrimp just tries to get away, essentially, you come through the portal and it's all of like, because Hathor, your sinuses drain of water and you begin coughing and kind of gasping for air. Cass, you're bleeding out of your shoulder. The broom kind of clatters to the ground. Sherry, you get out of the water. Although soaking wet and bleeding, you are still completely there with your faculties. And as this shrimp acknowledges you and tries to turn away, your hand, it's muscle memory. You go for your hand crossbow, pull, lock back a bolt, draw, shoot it directly in between the eyes. Old Bay is dead. As soon as it peeked up to look at you, it was automatically dead. As there are legitimately, now definitively, no more threats in this area. And we're going to hop over to Blurso. And in this time that I'm kind of fucking around with Tony, please just kind of go over your plan of what you want to do with the portal. And unless it's already been decided on. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Blurso.
Gerhard's Appliances Labor Day sales event.
Labor Day sales.
I got a Dropbox ad.
I have creepy dungeon.
Ooh.
Tony. You blacked out on the top deck. Now, it may seem like I narrated something different the last episode, but y'all are crazy. I'm gonna gaslight all of our viewers. As you kicked open a thing, you hit your head, you blacked out, and you've now woken up. Your party is nowhere to be found. Timeline-wise, we are currently in the interim where you guys were underwater. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Blurso, you hear something very... That would not be an issue of Forge. That would be very appreciated. But for right now, we're working with what we got. You hear a calling in the back of your mind.
Ooh.
You hear the rapid inhales that you have heard before. But this time, it's different. Because this time, it sounds like it's coming from a direction. Overboard, specifically. What do you do as you wake up?
I glance around, and you said it was coming from up, right?
Overboard, like over the railing of the ship.
I peer over said railing and look around.
You peer over said railing and look around. Waves lapping up against the side of the ship. Silence beneath the deck. You maybe hear a seabird caw above you somewhere, smelling the scents of now deceased crustaceans. But oddly enough, as you stare into the waves, as if only you can see it, the waves begin to move. They begin to trail around each other, and the seawater begins to grow upwards towards you. And you're able to see kind of a perspective shift, just kind of describe what you're seeing right now. You're able to see two lines come out of the sea. They meet in the center and join into one. They split off into two again and then stop. And at the top of this collection of lines, you see an orb begin to form. This is a shape that you've seen before. You saw this back in the Leshy's forest, the Leshy's territory, with the sap joining in the ponds and the streams. A very rudimentary stick figure. And this figure cocks and kind of bends back and looks to you. Do you have anything to say to it?
I guess I'll start with hello.
Who are you? As this figure asks who you are.
I am a Blorso Bumperdigger. Who are you?
I am. And it begins to speak to you before you watch as this figure completely explodes back into the waves before it can finish.
Well,
Even though before it could finish, you then watch something even stranger. As instead of this rudimentary stick figure, you're able to watch as the ocean itself begins to move in a way where you're able to see waves and kind of whirlpools begin to form in two circles here, and like two circles to like your northwest and your northeast, and then one bigger whirlpool south of both of those. So two circles and one large oval. Give me a quick insight check as you see this.
ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Because this is a nat 20, you recognize two things. One, what you just saw that just spoke to you that then disappeared was a stick figure. Representation very similar to that wine apparition you saw before. You now see a large face, maybe 50 feet wide in the water, two eyes and a mouth. And with a nat 20 insight, and I'm so mad that you got that nat 20, you would have to imagine that that stick figure did not choose to go back in the water, but was rather dissipated by force. And you would have to imagine that this face that you are now seeing is not the same entity as that stick figure. But it speaks to you in the same voice. You're able to hear this face speak more clearly to you, in fuller sentences, oddly enough. And it says, "Do not do his bidding, you will serve me." Do not do his bidding, you will serve me. What do you say?
What if I don't want to?
I will drain the blood from your veins.
Well, that doesn't sound very pleasant. What exactly is your bidding?
You speak about pleasantries. I was denied pleasantries. How dare you?
I made out very little of that, I'm gonna be honest.
You speak of pleasantries. I was denied pleasantries. How dare you?
Maybe if we work together, we could get you some pleasantries?
That seems fine to me. I shall call to you again soon. The colored glass must meet wings of stone.
Again with the colored glass and the wings of stone. I remember that from earlier, still not entirely certain what it means.
You shall learn more soon. Travel to a castle, and all shall be revealed.
Well, our objective does seem to be a castle, so guess that's gonna happen.
Serve me well, and no libation until you die.
And know your pain until I die.
And no libation until you die.
No libation. That's a lot better. Alright. We'll see.
I'm gonna make a quick check for this face in the waves. The plus 15 to that roll goes...
Your friends, I can sense them coming. Speak not of me. I shall call to you soon.
I make no promises that I won't speak of you, to be honest. This is the type of thing that most people would immediately tell, like, anyone about.
So true.
This eldritch being fucking goes... Oh, okay.
I guess. But who would believe you?
That is a good question. I guess we'll see whether this is whether this is what draws the line as of being too strange to be unbelievable or not for these guys.
Understand that this is not strange. This is how the world was before the world.
Understand this is not strange. This is how the world was before the world.
Not certain what the difference between the meaning of those two instances of the word world is in that sentence.
Give me a quick history or investigation check.
Righty up. 11.
An 11. I'm not gonna give you anything. If you can figure it out, I will say that's fair game, but I cannot. I will not tell you with a roll of an 11. Make sense?
Alrighty.
You watch as you are able to hear like the thump, 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 as friends coming up the different kind of like stairways and ladders in the ship below, as these whirlpool eyes and this whirlpool mouth begins to fade back into the ocean. And suddenly, as this whirlpool eyes and mouth fades away, that stick figure made of seawater springs out of the water and touches you on both of your shoulders, and you feel like your shoulders get soaking wet immediately. Give me a quick medicine check.
Alrighty. Up. 16.
16? This stick figure creature is formless. It has no way of... Again, no muscle, no bone, no skin, no facial features, no markers of sex. Can't force you to do anything physically, but you get the sense by how much of its body presses up against your shoulders and like your torso and how close it gets to you, that this is the best approximation to gripping you tightly and forcing you to listen what it says. This is a very aggressive statement now, okay? As you are able to hear what you heard all the way back at the Harvest Day Festival, which is...
Wings of stone, glass of color, never the two shall meet.
Wings of stone, glass of color, never the two shall meet. And right as the word meet is said, the figure explodes into seawater, soaking you completely as the buff arm of Shuri is able to and punch open the hatch to the main deck and climb up out as your friends have rejoined you, with you having had a run-in with whatever force this happens to be. Okay. How is that? We all good with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and yes. Okay. Now, with that, we're going to hop back over to the funny-go-lucky fucking Discord ads, piece of shit. We're going to hop back over to the happy-go-lucky music as two dudes have been saved and all of the enemies have been slain as the party reconvenes after this combat. And the floor is yours.
Cassiano is still whacking Hathor on the back to try and get her to cough up any water she swallowed.
I'm good. Jeez, clump it. I'm good.
You were unconscious.
I wouldn't have been if you had given me my fucking broom back.
You wouldn't have been if you'd swam back to the portal.
Snatches the broom from you, shakes it off, and just steps away.
Mr. Bumperdinger, are you quite well?
I'm good enough. I just talked to the ocean. It said it wants me to do its bidding in exchange for libations, and the fact that it wanted to, like, make some sort of deal with me makes me think that it might be a bad guy. There was this other stick figure guy who I think wants me to not do whatever the more powerful guy wants me to do, and I'll let you know more when I know more, but that's all I got for now. Are you guys okay?
Yes, we fought shrimp folk and undead pirates through a portal that led to where we found these two crewmates.
Timmy. Leisurely. There you go.
Jimmy and Timmy, you are of Captain Jammin's crew.
Aye, we are, yes.
Excellent. Do you recall anything of what happened to you?
Jimmy and Timmy kind of like have a quick brotherly huddle and go.
They have a power hour?
Yes, they have a power. The sun ticks by an increment of 1 hour as they look back over to you and they go, we were sailing round and suddenly were beset upon by the shrimp creatures. I saw Jimmy get grabbed. I rushed in to save him. A shrimp was able to nab me. We went overboard, swam down real far, ears popped, all of that. Carried us into the ship, oddly enough. We saw one of those undead creatures. They then threw us through the portal, or we were screaming the whole way. A few more of those undead creatures came, grabbed us, dragged us over to the coral cave, essentially, put us into the little pocket, and then left us there. And then more and more of our mates started coming in. Well, besides Jimmy, Timmy, and I, 4 more. And after that, all of us had to take turns swimming out, doing our best to repair everything. When we came back in for air, well, the big fella who, I believe this beautiful woman here, cut into several pieces, if I saw right as we were swimming by, cut it to the quick, but forced us to work longer and longer until the men stopped coming back.
Well, the two of you are very brave, and it's a true feat of strength that you were able to survive this long.
They look to each other, they go, I think we're both very brave indeed, thank you. But in reality, we would have both been dead if you did not save us, so thank you to Le Jolly. Correct?
Yes.
All right.
That was enough.
Can I make a history check on what Blurso mentioned to us, to see if that rings any bells?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
is it about Fae Fiend or Undead?
Yeah.
In that realm?
It is.
Okay, then I get advantage. That is history 25.
Holy crap. Winter Scott Key mentioned something to each of you before he left, as if he had more information concerning each of you that the others were not privy to. For Blurso, he said something very strange. He said, oh crap, I can't remember exactly what I said, but he mentioned something about the blood of the world, which is something interesting in your mind. You've done ample research into the history of monsters and fae and into the noble families. You are a very educated woman, even in the short time that you have been here. And the blood of the world doesn't have any direct reference in any of the historical texts that you've spoken of. In some old Fae stories, like I'm talking like original fucking like Germanic tales, like Red Riding Hood, like that level of, or like not even translated into the commonly known languages among the world. There were mentions to things like the veins of Allatour, and the idea of wine being the blood of the nation, like the lifeblood of the nation. But there never really has been any direct connection of one-to-one of like, this is the mention and this is what it is. It always seems to be kind of abstract in that way. And with a 25, you have to wonder if that is due to a complete lack of knowledge due to the scribes and the educated men and the scholars that were recording these stories and histories, or you have to wonder if it was purposefully omitted for some reason.
Interesting. And did I get the set? And this, you said it was Fae?
It is related to Fae, yes.
Related to Fae. It has been said in old Fae story tales that wine is the lifeblood of the nation of Allatour. I never heard it stated in a concrete sense, but if you're curious about the origins of what is speaking to you, Mr. Bumperdinger, I believe it would be that of the Fae, so keep your wits about you in that sense.
Will do. I did tell it my full name. I think that's a no-no, right?
In most cases, depends on the creature, but it was good thinking on your part. It's always better to be careful.
Alrighty.
And Drew, correct me if I'm wrong, the portal below deck, you said that was also Fae?
The portal below you is Fae. Yes, it is Fae in presence. And by the way, it is still active below you, just so you know.
Yeah. And you said the LaCroix have one of those, right?
Yes, but it is inactive. It was more. Well, first of all, you reckon because it was like insanely high. Like I think like some kind of check that was like ridiculously high. It's more carved and more proper for some reason, and it's also inactive. It was basically like stones were placed inside to disrupt whatever energy could come about it. So you don't get the sense of like, oh, the LaCroix are in danger right now, similar to this.
Yeah.
But you're like, yeah, I've seen something like this before. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the Fae, I've seen things similar to what we encountered below decks. Not the creatures, perhaps, but the vessel in which we were able to reach them. I've never seen it active before. I have my thoughts on what to do with it, but I do not speak for the group.
I wouldn't be opposed to seeing where it leads. I figure we're trying to cover some ground anyway. Maybe we can cover it more quickly than we think.
Go where the current takes us.
Exactly.
And we'll all be very careful not to drown.
I had a good reason.
I don't think there's ever a good reason to drown.
I understand, Lady Hathor. Are we all comfortable with, well, Lady Hathor, you have your room. Honorable Viscount, Mr. Bumperdinger, are you set with leaving your steeds behind?
Oh, I got my guy right in here.
It'd be more so your horse, Cherie, and yours, Blair.
I'm sure we could find a town a farming town that can provide steeds. I'm not too hung up on that fact. Mr. Bumperdinger, are you keen on leaving your steed behind?
That sounds fine. Yeah.
There is also the matter of the feud that seems to be going on back in De La Colline.
I spoke with the captain, and we are on the understanding that as soon as his ship was cleared of stowaways, he would put to work on getting himself seaworthy and out of here as quickly as possible. Trust me, no sailor from the Arbor wishes to spend very long in any port of Allatour.
That is good, because if they do not get a move on, they will be beset upon by Dubois.
Yes, they're aware. They're fully aware.
Very well. Timmy,
Aye,
you are sailors, yes?
aye.
You have means of taking the rowboat back to your captain?
Aye, yes.
And you have means of taking a message back to him?
But of course.
Tell him, on behalf of Le Jolie, that his ship has been cleared of these shrimp people, and his ship is in steady hands to be sailed wherever he wishes, outside of the ports of Allatour. And tell Pura, I'm unaware if you've contacted this woman. She's the lead fisherwoman of the town. You probably won't be able to miss her.
Understood, yes.
Tell her and your captain that we had to take a slight detour along the way, but let them know that we accomplished the task they set. And hopefully all will be well.
I'm taking notes real quick. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good.
That...
Did I turned to the group. Did I miss anything?
Just be sure to let your captain know that his bounty is safe.
They huddle up real quick and they go, well, I'm sure that Jamin would very much appreciate that. Gilligan's going to be very happy with us. A very good reward's coming our way.
You know it's a good day when you make Gilligan happy.
An excellent share, exactly. More gold than we can carry. But, honorable, pink-haired lady, tall, buff lady,
Hathor of Kipyep.
You're from Kipyaria. Brown Sally cannot stop talking about her gems that she got from Tourmaline.
Here, and Hathor will give them one of her brown crystals and say, a gift for her.
They take it and they go, and they go, well, Brown Sally is going to just have a complete conniption at us handing this over. I think this is going to complete her collection.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Well, we're going to be indebted to you, and perhaps a reward is to come your way from Jam, and we'll give you guys a glowing review.
Why not?
Okay, so if I understand it correctly, Jimmy and Timmy going back to De La Colline.
Real quick, as
yes.
Jimmy and Timmy address each of us, I go to shake one of their hands.
Absolutely. They both happily get in line to go over and shake your hand. Yes.
I shake both their hands, one in each, and as I do, I pull them in close and I whisper into their ears. Tell Pura and the people of De La Colline to take very good care of the black stallion that I am leaving behind in the town. Understood?
Well, first of all, give me an intimidation check with advantage, obviously.
With pleasure.
With pleasure, Daniel.
With pleasure,
It's like flashbangs going on outside of my fucking window.
Maybe it's not a storm happening.
It's us outside.
Oh, shit.
Intimidation, you said?
Yes.
17.
Yeah, more than enough for these two, who you tower over as you pull them in. And although they have like functional sailor's strength, you have a regimented workout routine focused on building as much muscle as possible. As they look to you and they go, just, first of all, yes. Second of all, have you not even named the mare?
No, but it is property of House LaCroix, and you would do well to protect the house's property.
if pirates are known for one thing, it's protecting other people's property. We shall do our absolute best to ensure that Pyrrha takes
Let
good
me
care.
make myself very clear. I do not want you nor your captain in charge of my steed. I'm leaving it in the charge of Pyrrha and the people of De La Colline. Do I make myself clear?
We shan't even look at it. We shall
Good.
leave it right where it is. It will get 30 treats as we're on the way out. Agreeable?
So long as they are not poisonous.
They look up to you, and you have fucking webbed hands, and you have pupils that are slits, and they go, wouldn't even dream of it, sir.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, and I release them. Thank you again for your service, Jimmy and Timmy. Please inform your captain of the bravery you showed today.
We'll inform of the bravery that you showed. Thank you. Much appreciated. And,
Be well.
And they look to all of you in case there's anything else that wants to be said, and they just say very quickly, and in some way, somehow, we're indebted to you. We'll find a way to pay you back. Through us, through Jammin, through Brown, Sally, through Puckered Lips, Pat. Something's coming your way. Perhaps not today, perhaps not tomorrow, but the pirate never leaves debts on the table. Aye.
Here, here.
Here, here. We shall row safely. We shall get this vessel repaired in the next day or two and be out before any Dubois come a-knocking. And if you ever by the ports again, ever by the seas, you'll have a place on the charge. Aye.
Hi. Timothy?
Oh, I'm Jimothy and he's Timothy. All right, understood.
Are they identical?
Yes, they are identical. They just look
Oh.
the fucking same.
That changes everything.
Wait, was it my name's Timmy, but my full name's Jimothy, and my name's Jimmy, but my full name's
No,
Timothy?
it's my name is Jimmy, my full name is Jimothy, and my name is Timmy, and my full
Okay.
name is Timothy.
Oh. Be safe.
Yep, and they salute, they fully, they swan dive off the boat, they get into the rowboat that you guys brought, and they begin paddling their way back to shore.
Wow.
Do we intend to keep the portal open on this end when we go through, or shall we seal it behind us?
Well, if you think about it, this portal is on this side traveling, and so it'll go wherever the charge goes. So it's not exactly reliable transport. Unless you want to visit the arbor. That might be fun.
I've been once. I don't know if it was quite to my taste.
Hmm.
They certainly know how to party, but they're a bit much.
Excuse me?
Well, for
Nah,
me
I'm just
personally.
fucking with you. You're good.
Okay.
It's on my list, but we have bigger tasks at hand.
Oh, yes, right, because... Yes, okay.
Shall we?
Let's
Yes.
go.
Okay. You all, so just to make sure that I understand everything correctly, you guys are going to make your way back down to the main hold of the charge and are going to re-enter into the portal, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Blursa,
And
yeah, what's up?
Mm.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I would like to be the last one out and try to close it behind us,
Oh yeah,
If that's-
absolutely no problem at all.
if that's doable.
Blurso, you're able to be walked through this ship for the first time, and you see an absolute I mean, this thing is fucking destroyed. Like, truly, it was like if they took any more load-bearing wood out, this entire ship would have just collapsed. As you walk
Dang.
through, it is the the deck directly below the main deck, and you just see pools of vomit and dead shrimp and destroyed furniture and taken apart barrels. You see 2 giant holes in the side. You then go to the opposite side of the floor and descend down. You descend into 3 feet of water as ocean waves begin depositing hundreds of gallons back in as you walk across more dead shrimp and then up up a stone slab and then to a portal. Any thoughts?
Nope. Not really.
Just another Tuesday.
This is fine.
Nah.
Can I help Cherie close the portal?
Certainly, yes. From the opposite side, once you go in, and we are going to go through the portal after we take a short break. Sound good?
Yay!
Cherie closes it on the wrong side and we all drown.
No!
Well, no, you guys are going through, right? And then you're closing it. Oh yeah, you're fine.
Nah, we still want to drown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh.
Story's over.
I'm gonna go see Margaret.
I want to see Margaret.
We all having fun so far?
Yeah!
Yes, and yes. Then, with all of that, I'm going to switch over to the RP section. We're going to take a really quick break, and then we're going to come back in like maybe 5-10 minutes once we have everything situated. Sound good?
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely awesome. Hope to see you guys soon. Boop. Okay,
Yeah.
and we are back.
Yeah.
Oh, and we are back. Excellent. Great.
Let's go.
Hello, chat. Perfect. Okay, so we are back, and we're going through the portal, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Excellent. I'll say no con checks required. You guys are able to, and you're able to walk through this watery veil and emerge back into the sunken. At least that's the name that I gave the ship. Maybe not. Maybe the bitch bastard place where I almost drowned is probably more appropriate. You're able to go into the sunken. As you guys emerge through the portal once again, rays of sun above you, only 25, 30 feet up, and deeper than most of you could probably swim on your own, but it will be much easier to get back up there than it would be to swim down. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take trips on my broom too.
Perfect. That absolutely works. With that though, as you guys emerge, you are able to see the parts of Captain Carl's body floating apart. Again, head drifting up towards the up towards the.
Can I loot his
sunlight.
corpse?
You loot his corpse and take his vest. Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Who here would like to check out Captain Carl's corpse?
I want help.
Both of you? Oh, absolutely perfect.
Both.
Bofa?
Yes. I'm going to say Darby.
Oh.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. You guys are able to find so one of you goes for his pants pockets and so one of you goes for his it's kind of weird to have to describe this. One of you goes for the left section of his torso that's floating away, and one of you goes for his pants, basically. You give him a pants smack.
I pants him.
As you should.
You pants him. Gotta be honest. No genitals, no anus, just full coral. just
No
grow.
dick, no
Listen,
balls.
the act is enough.
The act is enough. Why?
That's how you show a fallen pirate what's what.
Perfect.
It's a tradition in the arbor.
Cass going for the torso section, Hawthor going for the pants. Cass, what you are able to grab onto is you're able to see like basically a part of his body now, like latched into his fingers, essentially his knuckles being overgrown with coral. You are able to see his blunted sword, this like kind of like massive what's it called, a scabbard? Yeah, this massive scabbard locked in his hand.
I'm gonna try and pry it out of his fingers, and if I can't do that, I might break a few fingers.
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Can't loot a body without breaking a few fingers.
Exactly. What?
Hwah!
7.
That's a 7. Well, honestly, it isn't a matter of you not being strong enough. It's like a solid piece of wet coral. It's very strong. So it's hard to bend the fingers back.
Can I cast?
So you're working on the pants right now. So Cass, do you want to attack the hand to get it off?
Yeah, I'll take my dagger and just like.
You basically begin like you begin cutting through the fingers, and as his hand kind of like comes apart into chunks, you're able to grab onto. Again, the hilt was a part of his wrist. Grab onto just like the most grippable section, the coral kind of like morphing into like kind of a handguard. You're able to grab onto his sword. However, this is not going to be a sword when I make the item for your D&D Beyond, as this is going to be called the Urchin Spike. This is going to be a +1 great club, as it does bludgeoning damage instead of slashing damage. This Urchin Spike has been taken over. Again, it's a sword that has been dulled and rusted and taken over by all manner of sea life and growths, and organic creatures hit by this weapon must make a con save of DC 12 or take an extra 1d6 of poison damage. This weapon also has a critical effect, where on critical hits, the DC raises to 16, and on a failure, the target is paralyzed for 1 round. Make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Allatour, you pants him. I'm talking trousers by the ankles, and as you do that,
It's like because it's all rock.
Yeah, and as you basically like tear the fabric away and you expose his non-human presenting lower half, you're able to see that like a long since solidified leather belt, kind of keeping his trousers up, cracks and splits into 2, and almost like etched into one of the sides, coral overgrowing it. You are able to see separated 2 parts of one small charm, roughly small enough that could fit onto your choker necklace.
I'll take it.
You take the 2 separated parts, you're just able to kind of rip it out of the belt, and as you look at it, you are able to see that it is a comically small rendition, almost like cartoonishly, of a shrimp, with the back half being the tail and the front half being the head. Now I'm going to ask you this right now, as there's still some like ambient fey energy being created by the portal. Would you like, so that you can see this is supposed to latch together into one piece. However, you get the sense that unless you act right now, you may not be able to combine this later. And you get the sense this has a magical effect when the pieces are separated, and it also has a magical effect when it is together. Allatour, would you like to put this back together, or would you rather keep it separated?
Was it separated when it was on him?
It is separated right now. It was separated when it was on him, yes.
Then I want to do the opposite of whatever the fuck he was doing. I want to put it together.
Okay, as you put it together, you snap it together and it becomes one whole shrimp. Do you kind of like latch it onto you, or do you kind of like look at it to see what happens?
I just look at it. Listen, I'm very picky about what goes on my like god's necklace.
I'm
not just putting a goddamn fucking prawn from Outback Steakhouse on my like literal piece of religion.
As you put the figure together, I'm gonna say at that point, like, Sherry and Allatour, you guys would be able to shut down the portals. Like that's the final form it's going to take. As you put the figurine together, you're able to watch as its eyes very faintly glow blue, just a tad, and you're able to watch as you see the sand right next to you begin jostling back and forth.
I shake the charm. I don't know.
As you shake the charm, you're able to see, and you are able to see a shrimp, the same ones that you guys were just fighting, emerge out of the sand. It chitters up to you underwater, swimming with its tail, and it stops itself, does not attack you, maybe a foot, maybe 2 feet away, and just stares at you emotionlessly. Again, light blue underneath, light blue mandibles, light blue antenna with like pink armor on its back, as you realize that given you have repaired this charm, you can summon 1 giant shrimp to assist you once per day. It can be used once every 24 hours. It's a level 2. It is the exact same that you guys were just fighting. And it's also, I wrote it in the description, stupid like shrimp. So not exactly the smartest companion out there, but maybe useful down the line. Make sense?
I will clip it to my belt.
As you clip it to the belt, do you keep this shrimp here, or do you dismiss it?
I say, go have free will. Go be free.
You watch as the shrimp begins swimming away using the back half of its tail. You watch as it and just disappears into wet sand. As it seems like this will be literally summoned to you in your environment, regardless of whether you're at the sea or not. Make sense?
Cool.
Okay, absolutely awesome.
I got a charm of shrimp summoning.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's called.
Is it
You're telling
edible?
me
A shrimp is summoned from that sand?
you're telling me a charm summoned this shrimp?
So, like, if we're, like, starving in the desert or something, I can just...
Food
That
forever.
actually would work.
Is it a new shrimp every time?
It
or
is.
it
It
like
is a new shrimp every time. Yes.
Listen,
Unlimited shrimp.
But
well,
you
no,
have
it's
to,
once
this
a day.
cute little thing, you have to kill it every time.
That's no problem.
I'll let Cherie do it.
I got a fire sword.
It's like,
Sure you
it's like boiling lobsters. Once you put the lid on, they don't matter no more.
They don't matter anymore.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a short
come on
for
down
sure.
to Le Jolie. We got unlimited shrimp.
Bottomless shrimp.
Unlimited
Bottomless
shrimp, but no
We've
shrimp.
got emperor shrimp.
But with all that, Blurso, I know Hawthorne, you kind of want to help out with that. Blurso and Sherry, you guys kind of focus on the portal. Any way that you guys try to help out with that, with the portal?
Just going off what I recalled last time, because there are rocks on our end, right?
Yes. So it appears. A good way of describing it is, it seemed like the one that was on Jammin's ship was dug out of somewhere. Like, it's basically, the Dubois rock breakers dug it out of somewhere and were moving it somewhere else. And Jammin's people got it. This one seems to be cleaner and more refined, weathered and overgrown with coral, similar to everything else that's kind of in between these two reefs. But Sherry, you'd recognize it and be like, this looks more like the one that the LaCroix have in their basement, essentially.
Got it. And this isn't their bounty, right? Like, we're not fucking them over if we close it.
No. This is just again, because when Jammin and his crew picked it up, they didn't know that it was a portal. So this thing being
Okay.
inactive wouldn't be a problem at all. You would assume that this thing could be broken down and used as building materials. They just have the other end of it, so.
Then I will press my hand against the rock and just slide it down and, like, cut my hand slightly on the rock.
Excellent. Hawthorne, would you like to do the same?
I take out a dagger and I cut my palm, and then I just...
Perfect. Sherry, your incredible strength, you kind of like remove one of like the thick leather coatings over your palms, and you slide your hand down the rock. And again, it's painful, but it's not like unexpected, so you can handle it. Hawthorne, just very quick. Again, you guys are like,
This isn't my first blood oath.
this is all happening in like 30 seconds because you guys are like completely underwater. We're cutting off fingers and everything. Hawthorne, as you drag your blood over the portal, you're able to see your blood that touches the rocks begins to snake into the portal itself, begins to like touch the veil that you guys were able to go through, and you're able to see not red, but pinkish yellow streaks begin appearing within the portal. And give me a quick Arcana check, Sherry. Actually, everybody can give me an Arcana check real quick.
+0. Here we go.
Fae Fiend Undead.
18.
3.
6.
Listen, it's a miracle Hathor can
6.
read, okay?
18, and then Sherry, what'd you get?
14.
14. Blurso, you notice this, but I'll tell you that at the end. Sherry, as you drag your palm over it, Hawthorne, as your blood begins to kind of like mingle in with this veil and kind of turn it like a dye, like a tie-dye, like goldish pink. Sherry, as you drag your hand over it, you watch as the moment your blood kind of snakes around and touches into the portal, Hawthorne, everybody's able to see this. It illuminates the bottom of like the seabed as the portal flashes purple, black, and then shuts off completely. And Blurso, only you would recognize this. It seems like between Cherie and Hathor both having celestial blood, Cherie's was more effective at eliminating this magic. Got it?
What to do with this information?
You got that in your pockets? No problem at all. As long as you know it. Excellent. You guys watch as the again purple black, and then the veil of the veil of basically water that this portal had connecting the rock structures and dissipates, and you guys are able to see clean through this rocky structure directly to the back. You are able to see coral behind it as you guys tentatively kind of like try to put your hand through. There is no effect, and the portal has been deactivated. Make sense?
Swim through. Swimming up.
Okay. You guys begin to swim up. As you guys begin kicking your feet and swimming up, Hawthorne, you on your broom just shoot straight up. Grabs onto the back of Sherry and Blurso and Cass, kind of helps everybody up. As you guys breathe and you begin treading water, everybody here, please give me a quick nature check as you look around.
Nature, you say?
Fae Fiend Undead?
No.
Okay.
You're just looking around.
Just looking around. Gotta ask. 23.
23?
17.
17?
9.
9? Blurso, what'd you get?
7.
7? Blurso, again, sheltered upbringing within the Beset Palace, within the noble areas. Hathor, only recently come to this place. You're familiar with saltwater. You guys are still in the ocean. But it would make sense that Cherie and Cass would have a better understanding of where you guys are, as opposed to the rest of you. As I'm going to... This is going to fuck up the cameras just for a second, but I'm going to switch back over to the combat example because I want to show something off very quickly.
Ooh.
And I just gotta get this just
Oh,
right.
not too bad.
Boop. Oh, wait, 1 sec. How do I get
Where am
How do I
I?
get this right? Boop. No.
We're all
OBS 8 Kate.
No.
help.
Damn it.
They got me.
You guys were
They
here
got
at De La Colline.
Yes.
Roughly only maybe 75 miles away from the capital. Doing your best over there. How do I need to get lower. Get low.
Get low. You scared.
How do I fucking... I'm doing it somehow. I'm making it work.
Hello,
I'm making it work. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. It's not going to work.
The map is
I fired. It'll miss. It'll fire. It'll miss.
Well, to those that are able to see the map in full, which I should be able to do.
the map is just twerking on you.
What you guys are, damn it. You guys having been right there, about 75 miles away from the capital. Cherie and Cass, as you guys kind of turn, and you're able to see land maybe 500, 600 yards to your north. You're able to see, you're able to get a better kind of view just of the landscape and just the shape of the coastline. And because of how much you guys have traveled around this world and kind of educated yourselves about this country, you recognize that this is it's the point of meeting of two shorelines making a rough triangle that extend far to the north and to the west. And what you're able to recognize is you have been jumped all the way from here right to the tip of the Fertile Coast down here. You have been teleported.
Hey, yo, the tip?
You have been teleported 300 miles away from your last known location. Roughly 2.5, 3 weeks of travel at the pace that you were going before. Efficient indeed. And we're going to get one more description in before we call it a night. That sound good?
Yeah.
So before, that sounds awesome. Before we swim, before you guys hopefully go towards land or you're going to drown out here, is there any conversation that is had before you guys start swimming?
I do.
Okay. As you guys are, again treading water, like chins bobbing up and down in the waves.
I'm on my broom.
Excellent. Everybody else is soaking wet.
I'll announce to the group where we are.
I would like to pull Cherie aside in the water.
in the water.
In the water.
I pull her.
How much can your broom carry? We can have a little
if
broom
I keep
talk.
you in the water, I can.
You can fly away.
The broom can carry
There
it
we
can
go.
carry it can carry a lot, but it'll go slower.
Mhm.
Which is fine.
You can pull me aside either on broom or in the water.
Meanwhile, I just imagine Cass being like,
Again, heavy plate armor.
Fucking Vanessa Hudgens over here.
Where do you think you're going?
Blur is just doing like a backstroke.
We're swimming in the same direction.
Okay, so Hawthorne, you pull Cherry aside.
I pull Cherie aside.
Mhm.
I'd like to touch base with you on something that happened back there.
Very well.
Because where I come from, blood debts are taken very seriously. And so if you keep risking your life for me, I need you to understand the weight of that. Me healing you back there was both friendship and also to make us even.
Are you referring to the stealing of the portal? Because that was not a blood debt.
No. I mean when you jumped in front of me like an action hero to take a ballista.
I do not know what an action hero is.
Ah, man, you don't get comic books where you're from, do you? We get them from Horcry. They're about this archaeologist. I'm one of the few people who can read, so I like them a lot.
I know what books are, but I did not know they could be comical.
Oh, it's pictures mostly. Here, and she'll pull out a sopping wet copy.
You can keep that, or until it dries.
Sure.
Speaking to your matter, I already owe a favor to the Honorable Viscount for saving my life back at the Harvest Festival. What happened back there was not meant to accrue any favors or debts between us.
If you take a bullet that is meant for me, that means something.
I came on this journey to stop Winter Scott Key at whatever he is plotting, but I also took upon the responsibility of protecting the rest of you. The Honorable Viscount, Sir Bumperdinger, and you.
Don't listen. A life spent getting chewed up for other people's battles is, if it's something you choose, then I'm just saying, at least where my life is concerned, if you keep doing that, I will do the same in turn. This is not meant to scold. I know I can sound like I'm being a dick for you saving my life, but it means a great deal where I come from, and there are few things that matter more than repaying debts.
Lady Hathor, I'm merely doing my job and carrying it over to another context, to another situation. Your repayment, while very much appreciated, I do not require that in turn.
I think it's only fair that you know you're going to get it regardless. Because I can't go home if I don't. I can't go home and look my parents in the eye and know that I've let somebody carry an undue burden.
I would not call it a burden. Your life is not a burden. Your safety is not a burden.
I think we might be friends yet, Shuri.
We shall see, Lady Hathor.
I look forward to the journey. Should we maybe go pull Cass onto the broom before he drowns?
I can handle swimming, but yes, I think you should lend him a ride, as it were.
He doesn't seem to be a very strong swimmer.
I'm sure without the armor, he's quite the athlete.
Farmer boy.
What's that fucking meme of what's that meme of like fans like some fans they're standing in the water and it's like other fans they're like drowning in the water? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's the mother with their child, one child drowning, and then one's like a skull in the ocean.
I could do magic about this, but I did it already, so I can't. I can only do it once.
I will trade off Shuri for Cass, and I will quietly say to Cass, it's never going to happen again, but if I should ever give you my broom, you bring it back in one piece. Are we clear?
I don't see how it's worth dying over, but I will do my best. I can tell you that much.
Yes, and also it's fully my fault for throwing it to you in the first place.
I appreciate you doing so.
Hmm.
Thank you.
I think I need to meditate. I'm very, my mom would say I'm very spiky right now.
Huh. I don't think I've ever meditated before.
You should try it. It might be boring for you.
What do you just sit and you just like...
No, for me it's like I have this golden ball of yarn inside of me and I'm slowly detangling it.
Oh,
That's
like
how I meditate.
Oh. Okay.
I also usually do it when I'm a little bit less hurt.
Oh shit. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. This isn't the first time I've almost drowned.
Oh, well don't. Here.
No, I want to swat his hand away.
Shut up.
It's my job. Stop it.
Shut up. Have hit points. Stupid.
You stupid.
Stupid. And just like smacks his hand like over your face fully.
I want to just grab his wrist and just pull it down and just be like, we are either going to be the best of friends, terrible lovers, or mortal enemies. There's really no other option.
Scattershot. We'll see. Have 10 hit points.
Damn!
10 hit
I'm
points.
almost back up to full.
10 hit points given. Any other interaction as you guys start swimming and being ferried towards the shore? No.
I'm good. I'll start like Olympic style swimming.
Yeah, no, like Hathor, you and Cass are like kind of like getting there pretty quick. Shuri is like an Olympic like level triathlon athlete. Just, I mean, like it's like she's
anything she is not hot at.
It's startling because it's truly everything. It's like she's fighting, she's being like incredibly awkward to people. It's staggering just how attractive she is all the time.
Yeah, it's like people work years to get to that level, and
it's nearly unsettling.
Yeah, it's like so attractive that it's almost unattractive.
With every breath in between the strokes, completely unintentional to her, like as her face comes out of the water, she just looks perfect as she just keeps swimming.
It's almost like a god controlling our universe has a really big crush on her play.
She told me she was hot. She told me she was hot.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page about this because it's really it doesn't seem natural.
You think it's like artificial?
No, I think it's just.
It doesn't. A lot of the times, it feels like she's doing what she thinks a knight should be. You know?
I don't think I've ever met anyone more like a knight than Cherie. I'm not gonna lie.
God, does she not pause to break? She's been like, I know pirates, people who live on the seas, who would fucking tap out at this point.
Yeah,
She is 50 feet away from us now, and we're on a goddamn broom.
It's
Oh
inhuman.
God, she switched to butterfly. How is she
Not
even
butterfly,
faster now?
Jesus. The core
So
string.
it's like, I got it, don't worry.
Larissa doing the backstroke. Larissa just having a good time.
We've tied a rope around like the end of the broom to Blurso, so we make sure it goes in the
Taking a
right
walk.
direction.
Hell yeah. And with that, you guys make your way to the point of the coast. Would anybody here like a description of the Fertile Coast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So again, Blurso, you're the only person that's kind of having a rough time swimming to shore as the waves are doing their best to kind of keep you away from it, just kind of pulling themselves back. And Sherry, although you were handling this like an Olympic level athlete, you all are tired when you arrive. Maybe not hit point wise, maybe not like health wise, but like it's like we need rest. We have been swimming, we have been fighting, we are weak on magic. And what better place to rest than the Fertile Coast? It is, I mean, even in this campaign, it's been this talked about resort, and the music is now in an ad, which isn't fun, so I'm gonna wait for the ad to go by. And it's this talked about resort that holds great like monetary, familial, and to some like spiritual value. And as you all reach the shore and you're dripping wet and you're dragging yourselves out of the water, just like sand in every possible crevice, you're able to look and see a glorious beachside resort. And I'm just going to begin with the beach itself. You see these beautiful sandstone buildings that kind of sprawl out onto the beach. It seems like a pretty calm climate. Not many storms or like not many harsh waves roll through. And so these structures are able to be built right into the beach line. And you're able to see elaborate pillars nuzzled between domed lounging beds, and you're able to see curtained archways mirrored in the gushing waters of rolling infinity pools, and you're able to see other yonic and phallic bits of architecture that kind of suggest what this place is for. And, you know, past the beach, you're able to see more of these sandstone buildings. They're honestly not too dissimilar from the architecture of the LaCroix estates. And you're able to see these buildings constructed for aeration. You see these kind of like gated like patios and these gated kind of gardens that are wide and let people kind of actively move around. Just a place where people can come to relax in more lewd ways than what I'm currently alluding to. As Hawthorne would understand this as the way of people come here with the express idea of conceiving children. The idea that this place has some kind of magical force of love or spirits that allows people to become more fertile, kind of alluring.
Is this where the storks come in? I've heard about this place in your wild reproductive cycles. I can't wait. Yeah, and kind of like you're able to see drapes kind of flowing in the breeze, kind of blocking the windows of these buildings, and as they are kind of blown away, you're able to see beautiful canopied beds and paintings of love lining each room, some very romantic and some very explicit. And then, as you stare to the beach and stare into the buildings, there are the customers of the Fertile Coast Resort. Couples as far as the eye can see. However, very surprising to all of you and maybe relieving to some, your eyes and ears do not sense what you were expecting from such a place. You do not see couples kissing and making love near the shore.
you do not hear the sounds of love and happiness and pleasure. Rather, you see couples, many of them, fully clothed with concerned looks on their faces, either hovering over woven picnic baskets or clutching like bundles of cloth to their arms. And you're able to hear, piercing through the air, this sound. Crying infants, shrieking, dozens of them, weeping babies. As you realize that the rumors of the Fertile Coast must be true, as these couples have received the children that they were so desperate for. But something is amiss, as these couples do not only care for one baby or two babies, but some 6, 7, 8 at a time. And finally, above you, as you look around and you're finally able to see couples begin revealing themselves in the windows and in these gardens, walking around with over 5 children to each of them, doing their best to come to terms with the current situation, you look up. And above you and above the Fertile Coast Resort, you're able to see 50, maybe 60 storks. Some with empty beaks disappearing into low clouds, and some carrying picnic baskets and bundles of cloth descending down towards the resort. And you're able to see 4 of them carrying these bundles of joy, descending straight towards each of you.
No.
And that is where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Nuh-uh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Send
we'll
it
have a
back
good
today.
time.
Yeah.
Something's
Oh
going
my
on.
This is not
God.
going to be that high school home health class where you had to carry around a sack of flour for 2 weeks.
Something's well. Hey,
Who's got kids running around? Be honest.
No!
Hathor is 24. She would know.
It's also wild because of the people in the party who have female biology. I mean, that is also true. This is a fucking weird world where this just happens sometimes, but it seems like something is wildly amiss here. Like some great...
Damn, that stork factory is fucked. Where'd they get all these babies from? They stealing
Where'd
them?
they get them? They get them from the reverse storks.
Exactly,
Who
the
steal
storks that
babies.
kidnap children.
Yes.
But with all of that, we now have our plot hook for the next session. The storks have arrived.
The
Storks.
In Allatour.
What?
I loved our...
What'd you say, Tony?
Is the boss baby canon in Allatour?
I know I can't give away spoilers, but I'm so
Baldwin?
very excited for the next session. He's gonna shoot you with a
boss
gun. He's
baby.
gonna kill one of your characters.
It's too soon. Too soon.
It's 2 years ago.
It's too
Yeah.
soon, dude.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
we just watched Alec Baldwin kick Drew in the head and take over his spot.
But yes, and small little bundles of joy are coming to each and every one of you.
No,
Mm-mm.
not allowed.
Which I will also say, probably in the back of your head, important to note, for some of you, that might be literally impossible, which is something I have taken into account.
Yeah, Blurso is probably a virgin, not gonna lie.
I didn't want to say
Bless
it,
that
but
man.
Oh my goodness.
yes.
I just loved how you were like, they're coming for you, and we were all like, no.
No.
Wrong address.
stop it.
Wrong address. Return to
Hathor
sender.
swallows. She don't do this shit.
Okay, and with that, thank you,
I'm
everybody.
writing that
Lowered
down.
the
Tone.
Thank you for sitting at the table with us this evening. We
Yes.
appreciate all the support. We appreciate all of you. We hope all of you are having a wonderful evening. And we will catch you next time as Le Jolie has a problem to solve at the Fertile Coast. But we'll be seeing you about that the next session. Everybody have a wonderful evening. We'll be catching you next time, and much love. Peace out, guys.
Good night. Stay safe.
Mwah.